In standard costing, as part of your management accounting course, most of what you'll be doing will be calculating variances. So calculating differences between the actual and the budgeted information. You will never be asked to set the standards for a specific product. You might be asked to comment on the standards though, but most of it will be calculating variances. So let's look at a problem. So this is our budget on the left-hand side and our actual on the right-hand side, and we need to calculate the difference or the variances, what went wrong. So there's a reason for all the empty spaces, which we'll get to later. So let's just look first at the budget. So this is our budget, and that is for 1,000 units. So let's say this is for the next month. So we budget to produce 1,000 units next month, and then we have our costs. So we have material, that'll cost us 10,000 for the 1,000 units. Labor will cost us 20,000. Variable manufacturing overheads 30,000. So that VOH is variable manufacturing overheads. And then we have fixed manufacturing overheads. That amounts to 40,000. So if we add up all the costs, we get to a total production cost of 100,000 for 1,000 units. But now we have our actual numbers here on the right hand side, so that comes from our accounting records or our bank statements, so that we'll have at the end of the month. So then we saw we actually produced 1,100 units, and it cost us for material 11,495, labor 22,000, variable overheads 30,000, and then fixed manufacturing overheads 39, so total cost of 102,495. Now the question is, did we overspend or did we underspend? And we can go through it line by line. So for material, it looks like we spent more than what we budgeted for. Labor is also more. Variable overheads is the same as what we budgeted for, and fixed overheads is less. But overall, our total cost is more than what we budgeted for. So is this a bad thing? Did we do something wrong? Now, if you think back to budgeting, then you'll remember this timeline. Otherwise, just think of when do we prepare the budget. So the original budget, that's this OB, is prepared at the start of the period, so before we start production. And we said we're going to produce 1,000 units. Now, when do we have the actual information available? Remember, the actual information takes place throughout the year, but we'll only have the final numbers at the end of the year. So our actual production of 1,100 units was only known at the end of the year. So for that reason, we can't compare the original budget with the actual, because the number of units might be different. So if we budget to produce 1,000 units and we produce double the amount of units, we would expect to spend more. So we can't compare it directly. We first have to adjust the budget for the actual units produced. And that is what we do when we flex the budget. So this FB here is the flexed budget, or the flexible budget. And this is the most important thing in standard costing, and this is what will lose you the most marks, is if you don't flex the budget. If you compare the original budget with the actuals and the units are not the same, everything's going to be wrong. All your variances are going to be wrong. Even if you do the right calculations, you use the wrong information to compare. So always remember, flex the budget first. So what does flexing the budget mean? It means restating the budget, but taking into account the actual units produced. And then that makes the figures comparable, the budget and the actual. So we'll look next at how to flex the budget.